The portion which is covered till now is clear to you, I hope. Please raise the hand if you are clear with the points which have been already covered today. Please raise your hand if you are clear with the topics taught today. And if you have doubt, you just unmute yourself and ask the doubt. If you have some doubt, you unmute yourself and ask the doubts. Arjun, Asha, Nirav, Stuti, Sadev, any doubt if you have, you can raise your hands or you can unmute yourself and ask. Fine. Let us go through the modification of the root. Look, in your textbook, it is described very shortly, but here in the slides, we have used actually each of them into the description and with diagram. So it is very important for us now. Now, if you think about the modification, that is special adaptation of the roots. The very first adaptation, what we see is food storing. So special modification for the food storage of the root. So as we know that there are two types of root system. One is taproot system and second is fibrous root system. So this one is a modification of taproot for the storage. Ready? So modification of the root, that is tap and fibrous are separated here. So first what we are about to see is modification of taproot system for the food storage. So there are four basic type of them: fusiform or spindle root, conical root, napiform roots, and nodulated roots. Now, you are supposed to concentrate on the name which is given, and based on them, you can think of, or you can have idea what type of root it is going to be. First, if they are storing the food, they are supposed to be fleshy and thicker. This is the first thing what is to be understood or to be remembered. Ready? So, root system, which is storing the food, in that taproot, that is primary root, becomes hugely fleshy. Ready? And for different types, what we can see is fusiform or spindle form, conical form, napiform, and nodulated form. Please take the screenshot and we are going ahead with all individual. Fine. This is first spindle or fusiform roots. Now the example, what you see here is radish. Ready? That is mudo. Now the upper end and lower end. The upper end and lower end, both are tapered. And it is thick from middle. Right? So middle portion is thicker one, and it is tapered from each end, that is topper or bottom. And this kind of modification of storing the food into the root is called the fusiform or spindle roots. An example is radish. The radish is a common name, and Raphanus sativus is the scientific name of it. In each example, generally scientific name is going to be appeared. So you are supposed to take serious note of it. Please take the screenshot. This is the second example, conical root system, which is found generally into the carrot. So carrot is the example of it. Docus is its scientific term of the genus of the carrot. Now, if you see, on the top, they are fleshy. And in the bottom, they are tapered. So it makes the cone, right? And that is why it is known as conical roots. So this is the second example of the food storing mechanism or adaptation into taproot system. So primary root, from the top it is getting fleshy and into the bottom it is tapered. So it makes the cone. So please take the screenshot. This is the third example, and it is Napiform root. It is called Napiform root. Now, what is Napiform? If you see into these diagram, which is of turnip, top region is becoming swollen and becoming spherical. Usually, thickening part makes a sphere. And if you see the bottom, it is highly tapered like thread. Right. So on the top, they are spherical, and at the bottom, it is having thread-like structure. And this kind of special design for storing of the food of primary root is known as Napiform root. Ready? Example which are given, the turnip, which is Brassica rapa, the scientific name. And second is sugar beet, which is Beta vulgaris. So these are the two examples which are given with reference to Napiform root system. So please take the screenshot of the slide. Now, fourth one, nodulated root. Now, if you see the diagram, it is a root system of Leguminosae family, legume plants or leguminous plant. Now, what is leguminous plant or what is legumes? They are producing specific type of beans. Ready? For example, pea, gram, special beans, etc. Right? So if I talk about legumes, they generally are producing the pulses. So pulse producing plants are part of legume or commonly known as legumes. And the family of legumes is known as Leguminosae family or Leguminosae group of the plants. Now, what are they adapted for? Now, pulses are storing the protein in high quantity. The source of protein is pulses, what we know. So proteins are produced into the large quantity in them and they are getting stored into the seeds. Now, in order to produce huge quantity of protein, they requires a special mechanism, and for that reason they have this nodule. Now what is that system and what is a requirement of the formation of protein? Now if I talk about the protein, proteins are polymer of amino acids. And amino acids have amino group. And amino group or NH4 is having nitrogen in their formation. So they requires nitrogen into large quantity if they want to produce huge quantity of protein. Now, to absorb nitrogen, they are taking help of microorganisms. Right? So taking help of microorganism. Now, to keep the microorganism or to give them a place of living, they have root nodules. Right? So root nodules are home of the microorganism. It is residence of the microorganisms. Now, what microorganism is important for? They live there, take the nutrition from plant, and for that residence, they are paying a charge of nitrogen. They absorb nitrogen from the atmosphere and give the plant. So plant and these bacteria, they have symbiotic type of relationship with each other. Plant give them safe residence, and bacteria give them nitrogen, which is important for them in order to synthesize the protein. So this is how they are symbiotically living with each other and forming the proteins. So nodules are found into leguminous plant in order to a special type of adaptation known as protein formation. Ready? So this is how they are found. So the root which is consisting these kind of nodules, it is called nodulated root, and they are found generally into the leguminaceae plant. That is, examples are pea, gram, or bean. So this is the four basic type of roots. Ready? So please take the screenshot of this slide. Now, if I talk about a special modification of adventitious root, we have various, that is 10 different examples. Ready? Number one, tuberous adventitious root, fasciculated root, nodulous root, beaded roots, stilt root, prop root, or pillar root, climbing, respiratory, foliar, and sucking roots. Now, in this lecture, it may not be possible to cover all of them, so that we are stopping these lecture with this four basic type of primary root system or the taproot system only. So if you have a doubt, any of the doubt if you have till now, you can raise the doubt. If you understood the understood everything properly, please raise your hand. Arjun, Sahadev, and Stuti, you have any doubt? You can raise the doubt. You unmute yourself. Okay. Okay.
No, sir.
Done.
No, sir.
Okay. Fine then. So we are ending the session here as well, and you are allowed to leave. Have a nice time. Take care.
Thank you, sir.